One thing I was amazing about the reaction of the people who comes in to see our product. I point out one gentleman says he have a hookah lounge in San Diego. He says, I'm gonna open 10 hookah lounges if I can get your product.
Oh wow.
Because he said, this is the future. I want to invest in the future.
Mr. Salloum, it's a pleasure to see your brand and meet you at this show.
Thank you.
Very much caught my eye. Speaking of which, I hear your nickname is Captain.
Right.
Please tell me more about this.
Well, I graduated from Nautical Academy School from Italy.
Oh, nice.
And I started my career as a captain.
So as an actual captain. Okay,
Yes, sir.
So it's formally I should call you Captain Salloum.
No,
then.
don't worry about it. Don't worry. And then after that, I worked with the largest steam shipping company in the world. I became a president at a young age. I was 29 years old, president of the United States. And then I started my own operation in what we call in digital economy. But I always have the hobby of hookah. I like hookah.
Excellent.
So that's why we started this business.
Very nice. Well, it's a pleasure to have you at this show. And this item, I wanted to. It's caught my eye and it stopped me multiple times, especially when we were starting to discuss it with your team and saying, wow, this is something new. This is an innovation that we haven't seen before. So of course I'd like to ask you some more questions about this.
Sure.
Tell us about this product. This is new.
Right. Well, let me put it this way. There is multiple factor, multiple benefit for this product. Number one, when it comes to example to viruses and bacteria, and we live in this era today, and what they say, like everybody's saying, what before COVID is not like after COVID. So you never know what would happen in the future. So consumers want to make sure that when they smoke the shisha, that no one else has smoked it before. There is no bacteria in it.
Right.
In fact, what we have done, we went to some restaurants and we took their hookahs, we sent it to the lab, and we found out that in their shisha there was like about 40 bacteria, and it's not, and it doesn't go away only by cleaning those chemicals that it leaves a taste in it, a bad taste in it. So the best way to avoid all of that was one-time use hookah. So this is why the idea started from there, the one-time use. But after that, we understood that the tobacco company, one of the things that they are suffering from, they work so hard, they invest so much money to have the best product ever.
Right.
But in the supply chain pipeline at the end, when you go to hookah lounges, you don't taste it properly.
Right.
So, and this is have a lot of reason. One of the reason is like the hookah that you use, how many times it's been used before. Number two, also what kind of charcoal has been used, and sometimes they mix also the tobaccos with different flavors. This is not giving, good experience to the consumer. So having said that, we created this capsule of ours, these capsules. We created them so they are biodegradable, and when you use them, you finish it, you just throw it in your plant, and it fertilizes your plant. They dissolve because they are organically made.
Very nice.
Second thing is, imagine that every time you smoke the shisha, it's like it's one-time use. No one else have smoked it before. So what you got the flavor as the tobacco company wants to see for you to have it. That's what distinguishes us from everybody else, and we made sure to keep the cost low, so that everybody can afford it. And as we have this experience now, as a lot of people came to our booth, they said this is the future. The hookah required modernization, and this is what the future of the hookah, to be one-time use, get the flavor as it should be. Anywhere you go in the world, you have to have the same experience, the same taste, and that's why we did this.
Excellent, yeah. So we've seen things like this where it's a disposable capsule for the head, but what we haven't seen, or at least I haven't seen before, was the actual entire device itself. So correct me if I'm wrong, but because a lot of the industry and the hookah market is shifting to hookah catering, that's the first thing that came into my mind, where you just dispose of it and you're done. Especially I live in Las Vegas, and there's sometimes hookah catering by the pools.
Right.
You can't have glass.
Exactly.
Right. So I see this as basically an opportunity for, because I think as catering gets more popular, is that one of your target
100%
focuses?
100%. And the concerts, there is a lot of concerts around the world. We were in Dubai, and people that they do the concert there, they were amazed with this concept because they said they can use that in their concert in big quantity. One thing I'd like to point out that these capsules I know there is some capsule in the marketplace, but they use aluminium, and the aluminium it burned the head very quickly. What we did is we hired PhD in chemistry, and they did these capsules, and it allowed the heads to burn very easy. So in essence, with this capsule, you can for 2 hours smoke it, and it will remain the same taste. It doesn't burn the head.
Very nice.
You know, when you go to Hookah Lounge, after 15 minutes, you lose the taste.
Right.
But this one here, no, it will remain for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you keep having the taste that originally when you started.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So it seems like you covered a lot of the thought processes behind putting out a product like this.
Yes, sir. And one thing also we thought, the smoker, what he wants? He wants, number one, that good taste, and that's what we preserve the taste to this process. Number two, he wants to last long. He wants to smoke a lot, to see a lot of smoke. In addition, he wants a good partners to smoke with them. That's why also we create social network hookah buddies that you can invite wherever you are to come and they smoke with you, and you can meet new guys when you smoke in the shisha.
Oh, so very nice.
To complete the whole experience.
It's almost like a hookah social media
exactly.
app. Okay,
exactly.
excellent.
We did that too.
Excellent. Very nice.
So one thing I'd like also to point out that we have a worldwide patent on this PCT patent on the capsule and on the WT itself, on the apparatus itself. So that's why we are negotiating with a lot of distributors around the world because we would like to maintain the operation, the backroom operation, and we're looking forward to have this agreement with these distributors so they can get the product to the marketplace.
Excellent. Well, it was amazing to have you debut it here at HEW Expo, and that is one of the things that really drives the show. So absolutely glad to recognize this kind of innovation. And thank you for sharing it at HEW in 2022.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
And we are glad that in fact, we had the chance to launch this in the different parts around the world, but we decided to launch it here in the United States because most of the innovation in the world start from here.
Right, for sure. Things become very popular in the U.S.
Exactly.
And that's exactly like what we hope that brands such as yourself can use the show to elevate. So that's great. It sounds, especially between the patent and everything you're saying, it sounds like it's taking you a lot of work to get this. So I'd like to say just congratulations.
Thank you. One thing I was amazing about the reaction of the people who comes in to see our product. I point out one gentleman says he have a hookah lounge in San Diego. He says, I'm gonna open 10 hookah lounges if I can get your product.
Oh wow.
Because he said, this is the future. I want to invest in the future. And that's why he liked our product. And he says, when I can get it. So this guy want to invest in 10 hookah lounges. He liked the product. And also a gentleman who have a truck that he served hookah to go.
Oh wow.
And he says, I want your product now. So the small guy wanted it and the big guy wants it. So that was amazing. The reaction, we were very glad about the reaction from
Excellent.
the marketplace, from this show.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your story with
Our
us.
pleasure.
Like I said, congratulations
Thank you.
on the show.
Thank you.
And it's an honor to have you here.
Appreciate that. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.